ReefDudes is sponsored by Ecotech Marine and Bulk Reef Supply. Today we're checking out the brand new top from Top Lids. What's going on, guys? Devin from ReefDudes. Now today we are checking out the brand new lids that I just got from Top Lids. Now shout out to Top Lids because I've been waiting for these guys for a while. I asked for some kind of special add-ons that they didn't currently have, like black mesh. And Tyler and the team took some time to find black mesh and finally get it for me, so super stoked for that. So thank you guys. And now it's a new option on their site, so win-win. Yeah, so I got a new lid for each tank, which I'm super excited for. This tank I have been using the DD Jump Guard for a couple of years now, and it's treated me well, but I'm starting to get a bit of corrosion and bubbling under it and whatnot. So this is definitely going to be a sweet upgrade. The office tank, I haven't had a lid on it yet. And you definitely do want to have a lid on your tank, prevent fish from jumping. So, welcome addition. So let's get this baby unboxed and check it out. Now I actually went with a different design for each tank, so it'll be kind of cool to check out some of the different stuff that they offer. Whoa. Check out the first one. This looks like it's for the office tank because it has the radion mount built in. Oh yeah, definitely stoked for that. That's gonna look good. So that's one half towards the office lagoon tank. So the one side I do have the built-in cutout for the radion mount, so it will sit perfectly flush against it. It is ground down like a beveled lip, so it's going to inset on the tank. And I did go with the black mesh just to keep things nice and sleek. And it does have the cutout frame to support all around it, so pretty cool. We got our feeding door in the front. Let's check out the other piece. Beauty, that looks slick. I love it. So we got a little ReefDudes logo on this one, and this one is going to be for the Waterbox Peninsula. We got a little feeding port in each of the corners of the peninsula, so that's super convenient. Don't have to take the top off. Now this is actually surprisingly light. I kind of was wondering how heavy this was going to be. Now it's made out of polycarbonate, which is nice because you don't have to worry about it bowing over time like you would with an acrylic lid. So the polycarbonate is definitely a nice touch. Little ReefDudes logo looks pretty awesome. Stoked for that. Ooh, I got my covers. Sweet. Love it. Oh, beauty. So this will be the far end of the peninsula. Super awesome, guys. So I did ask if they could make covers for it as well, so I could reduce evaporation and humidity in the office because it gets hot in there. And the covers, ReefDudes making reefing easy. So they did put my little tagline on there, which is super cool. Definitely appreciate that one, guys. Looks pretty sweet. I'm stoked to get this installed. This was the old top. This was the D&D one, which overall was a good top, but you can see it's definitely starting to see its age and starting to corrode from water and me dunking in the tank a bazillion times. So starting to see bubbles, so really stoked upgrade to the new one. Here comes the $1,000,000 question of how well did I measure? See how this baby looks on the tank. Oh, fits like a glove. Look at that, she fits like a glove. Now with all the measurements, they actually, with the side of your glass tank, it does bow out a little bit, and actually take account of that and make the lid so it perfectly matches it. So it just follows the edge of the tank perfectly, which is awesome. So you guys definitely did a fantastic job on this. We got our little feeding ports, so if you don't even want to take off your top, feed the tank. Got them at both sides as well as the end of the peninsula. So super cool. Keep all your fishies safe. Some extra ReefDudes class at the far side. Love it. So the clear with black mesh looks absolutely phenomenal. I am more of the sleek, classy style, but I know a lot of you guys also like the super bright and flashy. So they also did send me a little bit of a sample one, but it gives you a really good comparison to kind of check out the two side by side. And if you're trying to get your own lid, help you decide which way to go. If you're like, hey Devin, do we go for the clear mesh or the black mesh? Now you guys can see the side by side comparison, make your decision. Also, if you want kind of the neon glow look of it versus the clear look. If it's a frag tank, I think actually the neon look can look pretty cool, but for a display tank, I like the clear. So, depends on what situation you're going for, but gives you a really good kind of comparison to both options. Top Lids definitely did a fantastic job. This looks great. Super sleek on the tank. Super subtle, fits it like a glove, so really, really stoked on that one. The other kind of cool thing they did add in for me was the feeding ports, the little feeder. So right now we got our little port when we want to feed the fish. You don't have to take off the top, you can just put your food in. And there's these 3D printed, looks like a clear PET-G, but it pops right in there. And you can put your frozen food in here and it will slowly de-thaw and then feed the tank. That's really cool. You could almost use that as a little acclimation for small fish too. But yeah, really cool little add-on. And finally getting a sweet lid for the lagoon tank. Now, I have had a fish or two jump in the past, so a lid is definitely a requirement in my opinion. Dang, that fits good. So they also have a cutout for the Radion mount, and that fits it like a glove. Another thing I want to show you guys is the two different lid styles. I purposely did a different one on each tank just to kind of compare the two. So this one is just thick around the outside, where it has more of a very minimal frame. And on this one we got more of the brace frame. So two different styles. They both look super cool. It's kind of a toss-up. I'm not even sure which design I like better, but they both look pretty awesome. Now the tank looks classy and I no longer have to worry about losing a fish to jumping. Just like on a side serious note, guys, like you really should have a top on your tank. There is no reason to lose a fish from not having a top, so 100% worth a while. Absolutely love how that black mesh just kind of blends in. The camera almost makes it show a bit brighter than it is in person. It definitely blends a lot more. If I pop up the f-stop a little bit, it makes it a little bit closer to real life. And show you the difference between the clear and more the neon orangey one in here, with this a little more blue on this tank than the water box, but you can check it out. You got the funky blue orange glow, and yeah, definitely on a frag tank I think that could look pretty sweet. And the other big difference is kind of see the clear mesh versus the black mesh. Gives you like a really good representation on the different options. But I am super stoked that they got black mesh for me, and it's a new option for you guys, so win-win on that one. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this look at the new custom top lids for the tank. They turned out absolutely fantastic and I'm super stoked for them. Super stoked for my black mesh and all those little add-ons they threw in for me, which is really cool and definitely appreciate that. And yeah, if you guys are looking for some custom tops for your tank, definitely check out Top Lids because they do a mighty fine job. Love it.